Do you remember when this was the cloud? I even have a 2004 version. Anyway, if you're a second act builder, 50 something, plenty of miles left, even more ideas, and you've still got an itch to build, then you're in the right place. Today we're turning everyday annoyances into tiny useful products. We'll talk screenshot chaos, YouTube transcript cleanups, no nonsense YouTube analytics coach, and how to find microSaaS ideas without getting hypnotized by I made 10,000 MRR in a weekend type posts. No hype, no bro energy, just practical steps. Let's make something real. All right, part one. What the heck is a micro SaaS? A micro SaaS is one problem, one solution, one audience. Not the next Salesforce. Think about a tool that cleans up your YouTube transcripts so you're not manually deleting the little ellipses at 11 p.m. Smaller scope, faster to build, easier to support, especially when it's just you and maybe your coffee. Why this matters for second act builders. You've solved real problems for decades. That's your superpower. You don't need to chase the biggest market. You need a paying niche that appreciates quality and clarity. Smaller products fit nicely with real life, not 100-hour weeks. Part two, start with your own itch, aka the no inspiration required method. So here's a starter list of 3 of my current problems that could be actual micro SaaS concepts. Idea number 1, screenshot organizer, aka free me from my 9 gigs of PNGs. So the problem is, the other day I realized that my screenshot folder has grown to 9 gigabytes. Now, there's a ton of junk in there, but there's also a ton of stuff that I want to filter and group together to make it into other things. Or just save for later on. And then there's a ton of stuff that just needs to go away. So, the solution would be a tiny app that would sort by date into folders. 2025-08 would detect the duplicates by file hash and prompts, and then optionally do a light OCR for common words like YouTube Studio, Notion, QuickBooks, so it could filter the topic before final review. Now, what does an MVP look like here? Day 1, sort by date and dedupe it, ship it. Day 2, add a review screen and an undo option. A second version could actually do topic tags via OCR, where the AI is suggesting that. And a bonus would be a one-click archive that went to an external hard drive. Who would buy this? Creators, coaches, accountants, anyone that now has a screenshot habit, which is now anyone who is using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and has realized that the way the AI can see in a conversation is you take a screenshot. Price as a one-time purchase or as a small annual fee. Okay, idea number 2 would be a YouTube transcript cleaner, aka goodbye to the little ellipses. So the problem, I get my auto transcript, it's got a ton of these little ellipses in there, and there's hundreds of them in a 15-minute transcript. Those need to come out before I actually send it to YouTube and send those transcriptions in. So the problem is I need to make the transcript more readable for YouTube. Take out the odd spacing, the ellipses, make it into the nice 2-row, even kind of, justification. So it looks nice when it presents on YouTube. I don't want to sit there and do that by hand, even if I'm doing it like, find and replace. So this tool idea would be remove the stray ellipses and the double spaces, normalize the punctuation and sentence case, preserve the timestamps, because it's got to go into an upload for YouTube, export it back in the format that I need. So the MVP path here would be start as a web form or a simple desktop app, add a house style toggle like Oxford comma, yes, no, batch mode for creators who publish weekly. Revenue, free for one file at a time, paid for batch processing or custom rules. Okay, idea number 3, YouTube analytics coach. Stage-based and not overwhelming. So my channel's new. I have the same analytics from YouTube, but I'm going to look at it differently than somebody who's Mr. Beast. So how do we look at my analytics in a way that matters to me at the stage I'm at, and that can grow as I grow? The solution, a little coach that asks, what's your stage? Just launched, consistently posting, growing, monetizing. What's your goal this month? Retention, click-through rate, returning viewers, or revenue. Then it delivers the 3 metrics to watch, what good looks like at your stage, a weekly checklist like, run advanced mode, top 10 videos, last 28 days, update thumbnail on any with a click-through rate of less than 3%. Native versus external. So native YouTube Studio now has solid analytics, advanced mode, filters, and comparisons. You can save the common views, and that'll get many creators 80% there. External, if you want custom dashboards or to blend data, export CSVs from Studio or use the YouTube Analytics API to go right into Google Sheets or Looker Studio. That's where a coach product could shine and automate the boring. So that's just 3 examples of what I would call no inspiration required. Those are immediate ideas and needs that I have in my current business. I'm sure that you have at least 3 in yours. Okay, part 3, where to find more ideas without copying the unicorns. Your marketplace treasure hunt. So check big ecosystems, Canva, Notion, every one of the CRMs, Salesforce, Go High Level, all of them, Typing Mind even, QuickBooks. If a tool exists in one marketplace but not in another, that's a gap that you can fill. Don't scrape first, browse first. So read the titles, read the reviews, read the ratings, look for what works great, but it's missing X, Y, or Z. Too complex for simple use. Wish this existed for another platform. ChatGPT store. So a lot of people have built GPTs and listed them on the store. They're solving one problem, one solution for one audience, but it hasn't gone anywhere beyond the store. So are people even finding that solution? So browse the categories, note the repetitive requests. If 10 people built a thing, meeting summarizers, that's noisy. But if you see gaps like clean up YouTube transcripts with timestamps intact, that's signal. If you've already built custom GPTs to automate parts of your workflow, you're already halfway to a product. Ask, can I carry this further? Could this become a standalone tool or a template? All right, the Micro SaaS ideator trick. For 1 week, write down every nuance you hit while working. Exporting, renaming files, formatting show notes, wrangling receipts. Each problem goes through this lens. What's my one problem? What's one solution? And one audience that I could reach with this? Part 4. Avoid the I made $1 million a month in a weekend trap. Don't clone viral products just because somebody posted their revenue. By the time you ship, you're fighting price and ads. If you truly want to compete there, you'll need to do something they don't do. Support, integrations, enterprise features, and now you're building a full SaaS company, not a micro one. Nothing wrong with that, just know the game you're in. For second act builders, the win is sustainability and sanity, not stress and investor updates. Part 5. Can this be done natively or do we need to build outside? So the screenshot organizer, native OS tools can sort by date, but won't dedupe or tag by topic. That's my opportunity. Transcript cleaner, YouTube lets you edit the transcripts, but not batch clean or style to your preferences. That's my opportunity. The analytics coach, native, save reports, use advanced mode, monitor click-through rate, returning versus new viewers, great for most folks. But outside of that, export CSVs for deep analysis or history beyond Studio's windows. Use the YouTube Analytics API into Google Sheets, then a Looker Studio dashboard for custom views. And if you're moving data, respect privacy, personal accounts, least permissions, API keys, and a clear data retention. So part 6, your first build roadmap. Simple, calm, shippable. Week 1, pick one problem that you already have. Example, transcript cleaner. Define the minimum promise. Upload .srt, get it back clean, no ellipses, correct spacing, timestamps preserved. Week 2, build the smallest version. One input, one output. One toggle or two for style. One big undo button. Week 3, validate. Use it yourself on 2 videos. Ask 3 friends to try it, tell you what's annoying. Fix only the top 2 annoyances. Week 4, package and price. Landing page with a 30-second demo. Free tier for single files. Paid for batch or custom rules. Add an email me if this saved you time button for testimonials and ads. Okay, part 7. Practical tips that save headaches. Set a time box. I will ship an MVP in 21 days. No perfecting fonts while the core is still unfinished. Build reversible decisions. Start with export import, not deep integrations. Write your support policy before launch. Replies within 24 to 48 hours during the weekdays. Protect your time. Keep your audience narrow at first, so YouTube creators who publish weekly and care about transcripts is better than everyone. Finally, if you grew up on a Commodore 64, you already survived loading software from a cassette deck. You can ship a Micro SaaS. Start with your problem, make a tiny promise, deliver it cleanly. Use YouTube's native tools when they're enough. Step outside when you need custom views or automation. Ignore the $1 million per month in a weekend fodder and build something your past self would have paid for. If you want me to turn one of these into a step-by-step build on this channel, Screenshot Organizer, Transcript Cleaner, or YouTube Analytics Coach, drop your vote in the comments. I'll pick one and we'll build it together. Floppy disk optional. Thanks for watching. I'm Brian L. Wakefield, and this is Second Act Builders. Subscribe if you've still got that builder spark. We're just getting started.